Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is an AMX 1357F. It's the Tier 7 French Light Premium Light. It's located on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay under the command of the BassmanFromHell. Now this is the GF version, I think, because it's got that white stripe around the turret. You only get that if you got it as part of a reward, I believe. Or you were an early acquirer. Well, it's a 57mm gun, 8 shells in the mag, takes 14.53 seconds to load, and does 90 alpha, penetrating 143mm of armor. But usually you need the APCR to get through 195 because this is tier 7, and therefore you're going to be up against some serious opposition with good armor. Well, KV-1S. This is a tier 7 game actually, so he's actually against slightly inferior tanks here. Well, getting some good hits early on. Oh, he's tracked the, he hit the Panzer T25. He's just going to town on him. And now he's reloading, so he's pulling back just a little behind the T34-100, the constructor. Tier 7 check medium. It looks like the T34-100 moved too far forward and he took some fire. The enemy's got an AMX 1375 across there. Now it's the 75mm arm version of this 13-ton tank. But, P43 didn't like that. He got wiped out. And the AMX 1375, well, he relocates immediately to avoid any further damage. But I have the feeling that BassmanFromHell is going to take his little murder kitten. Well, that's what I call my AMX 1357, the murder kitten, because once you actually get behind an enemy and you just unload and empty those shells into them, they suffer. It's like a little assassin. When he's locked onto that VK3001, he's just firing round after round into him. He did fire one back. We did get stunned by an M44, but we're now reloading and getting back into cover. That's the thing about the 1357, it is the 13-ton tank. So you have to remember there's virtually no armour. The engine's on the right-hand side of the vehicle, the driver's on the left, up front, and the rest of the crew, well, they're in the back. And normally, on the 1375, they'd actually have to run away to reload because the shells were actually in revolvers at the back of the turret in that bustle. Like revolving chambers, and in order to slot the shells in after they fired their full mag, 12 shells, 2 revolvers of 6 each, they had to retire. Normally they'd work in pairs with 2 tanks. One would actually be opening fire whilst the other one's retiring to reload. Oh, he's taking fire. One of them still got him in sight. I think that was the KV-1S. Now, truth to be said, they didn't actually make a 57mm version of this tank. I think it was proposed, but just never got put into production. He's going a long way forward, which might mean that he'll get spotted by those guys, but he's in some cover. Just those guys have gone behind the houses now, which makes it very difficult to get at them. There is a Hellcat on the enemy team, and well, he's driving in front of that Hellcat at the moment. Who's probably to his left, but he's trying to get behind these tanks so he can unload on them. Okay, this should be interesting. Locks on, starts unloading, gets 1 kill. I think that guy had actually been set alight, and the KV-1S is now turning into a pincushion. Well, he couldn't get all of his shells in there, so he opted for a reload. Oh, took a round from the M44, and that's a big hit. It's a non-penetrating hit, but you can see, well, there's a hole in the back of his vehicle. It's not where the engine is, because the engine's up front on this one. Well, he's reloaded. I think he's going to engage them from a different side now. Bit too risky being in fire from that gun. Oh, he's been seen. Was it that VK? I think it might have been the VK saw him. Yeah, he's being cautious. Doesn't want to pop out just in case. There he is. Now he's going to unload. He tracked him with the first round. One more shot. Yes, gets the kill. Does he opt for a reload? I would. He's fired half his mag. KV-1S is going to take 2 shots to kill. That's all. And we just lost the T-34 constructor. And he's going to come around from this direction. Locks on. 2 shots. There's only 4 left on his team. Unfortunately, there are 7 enemies. But 3 of those are Arty. So, technically speaking, 4 tanks against 4 tanks. Well, 2 of his are Arty, actually. So, technically, it's 2 against 4 on the tank side. And 2 Arty versus 3 Arty on the enemy team. But this is an AMX 1357. And that means it's a lot of fun. It's reasonably fast as well. Now, is he going to dash across the battlefield? Wouldn't be a bright idea with the fact that the enemy's got a T-3485M and, oh, there's a Hellcat over there. Now, he didn't get spotted. Arty's unloading onto the Hellcat now. Can he get a shot? Locks on. 1 in. Oh, Hellcat's gone down. He wasn't spotted. He's opted for a reload straight away. Wise thing to do. He is getting low on AP shells. There's one of the enemy. It's the Stug. He's waiting for his guys to reload. Arty fires 1 in. And the Stug goes down. Now it's more even. This is looking better. There's still that T-3485. He's been spotted. Get into cover. Don't flip, whatever you do. We just lost our tank destroyer, the Nashorn. There's the T-3485. He's a one-shot. And he does it in 1 shot. Oh, took a round from the Jagdpanther. And that has really put a crimp on him. Now he's turning around completely. And he gets hit by the gorilla with a near miss. 163, which takes down his hit points dramatically. But he's still in the fight. And I think what he's going to do is circle around and head over to the west if he can. He's trying to get away from that Jagdpanther, but he also wants to ambush the guy. Well, he just got hit by the Arty. Is he going to pop up? Puts 1 in. He's a one-shot. Going for the lower plate. Gets that in. Oh! Took 2 shots to kill him, but he's got him. Now he just needs to get away from this spot. There's the Arty round coming in response. There's 3 Artys to deal with now. And I think now the odds are in their favour. The enemy team's got a Hummel, an M44 and a Gorilla. Now the big threat is from that M44. He's already hit him at least once. The Gorilla's hit him once. In fact, I think the M44 has hit him twice because he did stun him as well on another occasion. But he's going in directly because the view range of all 3 of these Artys isn't that particularly strong. About 265mm. He's loaded another mag. He's got a full mag. He's found the Gorilla. His 6th sense didn't go off, so the Gorilla, his 6th sense would have gone off. There's the M44. He's got him on the rise. If he fires, he will be seen. There's 1, 2, 3. Kill shots. Ah, there you go. So he's got his top gun. He's literally carrying his team here to victory. Oh, the Hummel. Where were you, Mr. Hummel? You were over on the left-hand side of the battlefield. So now it's the Gorilla on our team versus the Gorilla on the enemy team and their Hummel, who just killed BassmanFromHell. And he was playing so hard, trying so hard. There's a full 5 minutes of this game to go. He did get it 6 kills, so he's got an epic medal. He's probably got the high damage as well. The high caliber. Probably because he's got 2,303 hit points of damage overall. And it looked for a second like he was going to win, but that Hummel had dialed in on him. That and the fact that he did have low hit points, and I suspect it may have been a near miss that got him. Or, well, let's have a look. From the size of the shell crater and the position, I'd say that probably was a direct hit. Right on the money. So, we're now waiting to see if the camera switches to the Griller. So we're going to see exactly what he does. Well, there's the enemy Griller, and he's closing in on our Griller. But he's just driving straight in. He's not even bothering really to hide. And that could be fatal for him. He stopped. Has he spotted? No, he's not stopped. He's driving in. Now, did he see our guy? He's fired a round. Oh, he did see him. And in fact, actually, it looks like, yes, he was spotted in the bushes because there was an Arty round that landed nearby. That was probably the Hummel. So it ends up with a defeat. It almost for a second looked like it was going to be a certain victory. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was a first class tanker for the BassmanFromHell in the AMX 1357 GF. He managed to get a duelist, a fire for effect, and a bruiser medal out of the minor medals. Out of the epic ones, he did pick up the high caliber and he did get a top gun. But sadly, it was a loss, but a loss with a win rate of 9,322, which is super Unicum standard. He said, too much zigging, not enough zagging. The Arty got you. Yes, he did. He dialed in on you after you got the M44. Well, we can see from these from the teams tables that you did get the highest damage easily. The next highest scorer was the Yak Panther with 1,816 hit points, and after that the P43 with 1,686. When it came to kills, yes, again you've got the highest number. The next player, the Yak Panther and the VK, both got half the total you did with 3 kills, and the Hummel got 2, as well as the Nashorn and Hellcat. And when it came to base XP, well, actually you beat the enemy because you did so much damage, plus the fact that you did get the Courageous Resistance Award. You ended up with the base XP 861 in this one, whilst the enemy, the highest scoring enemy, the P43 only managed to get 763. You fired 38 rounds, got 33 direct hits, 30 penetrations, damage of 2,303 hit points, of which 540 were at more than 300 meters. You received 3 hits, 2 of which were penetrations, 5 splash damage hits as well from the Arty, 8 enemy vehicles spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 974 hit points of spotting assist. On a premium counter, you earned 69,131 credits, got 8,819 for Courageous Resistance, so your grand total came to 77,949, and after repair and ammunition resupply, you took away 61,521 credits. You got 2 bonds for the battle, one for the top gun, one for the high caliber, and 1,291 XP, 717 for Courageous Resistance, 402 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 2,410 experience points altogether. So very bad luck there for Bassman, but he did so well to turn the battle around almost single-handed, because he did get the help of the Nashorn and the Gorilla to some extent. But yes, he was taking down the enemy, and in the end, unfortunately, after taking out that M44, maybe he should have done something different. Maybe he should have stayed behind the rock for a little while, so he went unspotted, then moved when the Hummel couldn't see him anymore. But in the end, he did get killed. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button so you get alerted when the new video comes out. And thank you for watching.